Hey everybody, this is Catherine with Abba's Heart, and I'm out in the yard doing a little bit of foraging and also learning a lot about different, what I would have called weeds that need to be removed, mowed down, destroyed, etc., etc. Now I'm realizing God put them here on this earth for a purpose, and it's a little bigger than me. So I'm learning to appreciate what He's done for us. So I want to show you one of them that I am doing today. Okay, this is called Prunella Vulgaris. Okay, now I mowed it. Look how tall it is. I mean, it's not tall, but if you can see that. Everything else is mowed down to here, but then these guys, if you pull them up, they're pretty tall, you know, in comparison. But what they do is they fall down into the grass, okay? And so if you do not seek these babies, you do not find them. But when you do seek them, you will find them once you know what you're looking for. Okay, now Prunella vulgaris is the Latin phrase. Oops, there we go. Or the Latin name for heal all. You see? Look, I just pulled it up and it's tall enough. I wouldn't have, if I had seen it like this, I wouldn't have mowed it. But because I would have known, oh, that's something I want. But I didn't know until recently. So anyway, take a look at this. Now, this is also known as heal all. And you see how the flower is. It's actually a part of the mint family, mint. So you can take a look at the leaves. And the way that the leaves go are opposite. So you have 1 and 2 opposite each other, and then you have 3 and 4 a little lower. You see how that is? You don't have all 4 on the same level. You know, 1 and 2 are here, 3 and 4 are higher or whatever. And then you have this flower, pale lavender color. Now it's about 1:30 in the afternoon right now, so they're kind of closed up a little bit. And then, let me see if I can find, because I've been collecting a few here. All right, can you see this one? Oops. See? Okay, Prunella comes from Brunella, B as in boy, Renella, which means brown. And you see the brownish color. And vulgaris means, like, we get the word vulgar from that, as in common. So and what you do is you just pluck off these flowers like this, and then you plop them in your basket. All right, but I'm going to tuck him right back in there. But what a picture of the Lord, you know. He hides himself out in the open. And the only way you're going to find it is if, number 1, you know what you're looking for, and number 2, you seek. Okay, so let's keep going. We've got these. I don't want them to fall through the holes, so I'm just going to move them over a little bit. All right. So I marked a few. You notice up ahead I've got a little towel and some shoes. And then I have a towel over there and gloves. So I'm going to come over here where the gloves are. Now, if you just look at this, you know, I just mowed it. From this angle, it's just green grass. But let's zoom in. Ta-da! And all of a sudden, oh, well, there's my kitty. She's on the other side. Look at that. See? And here, again, This is normally brown, and you could just pull it right up. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to pluck these, because these babies are what we're going to use later in a salve, and you can make a tea out of them. So see this one? There. It kind of gives you an idea of what they look like. And they just grow wild. There's my kitty cat. All right, so these are here. And then I come over here and look at these. See? Now you've got all these little tiny ones. So I just mowed them. I'm so sorry. Why did I mow them? Because I didn't know until just recently what they were. I thought they were something. See, look at this. Look at this. Look at how tall they can get. But what they do is they humble themselves and they creep along the ground. And that's exactly what the Lord Jesus does for us. He doesn't stand up tall only, you know. He's not proud. When he needs to stand, he does, right? But as far as this is concerned, he gets down where the hurting and the broken are. And then he provides everything that we need for our healing. So, all right. Well, Penny's out now, so she decided she'd come join us. Now, you'll notice this huge patch is wild lettuce. And they're blooming right now. We've got some sunflowers, more wild lettuce, onions, potatoes. Those are the big stack there. This white flower here in this, is called fleabane. You can actually make a tea out of it. It's in the daisy family, but it's not a daisy. And then the tomatoes, look at, they're coming along. And then in the far corner, guess what we have? More sunflowers and more wild lettuce. And this is my favorite garden. All the dill, the chicken run has become a garden. Isn't this gorgeous? I love it. Our squash tree. It's a lilac bush. But we've got some really nice squashes. Let me show you what we have. So in the dill, we also have some peas. And they're just growing right now. I don't think they've produced anything yet. We got some honeybees. So there is I'm looking. Oh, there it is. Okay, let's see. Right there, can you see? There is a buttercup squash in there. So let's see if I can pull you in. Not there. Trying to find, where is that little guy? There. I hope you can see it. It's in there. Anyway, so it's buttercup. And then on the other side, we have butternut. And we've got tomato plants. And then, little pumpkins. Oh, of sorts. I'm not sure. They're cream with stripes. And tomatoes. Here we are. See? The tomatoes are coming out right here. And then we have the lone corn. That's funny. And then, and then we have butternut over here. There it is. So you see the butternut. butternut squash is there. So anyway, just fun. Yeah, I was sad because our chickens had gone the way of all flesh and the raccoons had gotten a hold of them and they went bye-bye. But then before you knew it, the weeds started popping up and we would feed our chickens, you know, just scraps and stuff. And then lo and behold, all the scraps start popping up. So it's cool. All right, let me show you some more. Okay, notice. There she be. Just beautiful. So my kitty's got to check it out. Yeah. All right, so again, see how tall it grows up? And before you know it, there it is. So anyway, I'm going to stop for now. I've got a little more foraging to get done. And then I'll meet you in the house and then we can go from there. All right, see you in a bit. Okay, I'm back inside and I want to show you what I got. All right, so this is the amount that I picked. And as you can see, there are some things that are what I want to keep, like the flower, and some things that I don't want to keep, like this. So I'm going to go through it and then be back again to show you the next step. Okay, I just have to tell you that this is putsy work. There's a lot of it. And I got this much separated. And these are the couple that I thought were the prettiest ones. Isn't that pretty? Okay, again, this is Heal All, Prunella Vulgaris. Vulgaris is where we get, it means common brown. That's what Prunella Vulgaris means, is common brown. And it's not talking about the flowers. It is talking about this little guy right there. It's not coming into focus. Well, anyhow, it's this little guy. And it turns brown, and it's a common brown. That's what Prunella Vulgaris means in Latin, common brown. So you wouldn't really know what it does from that. But what it does is it does a whole lot of healing. On the inside, if you take a tincture, and on the outside, if you make a salve or use an oil. So I am going to stop right here and I will make the next video showing actually what I'm doing. But this is taking a little too long for me and I've got a little more to do today. So anyhow, until we meet again, farewell. The Lord bless you. Remember, Abba's heart is always for you. And as I said earlier, he kind of hides in the grass of the day. You know, he kind of just hides among us in plain sight. If you seek him, Jesus, you will find him. And he is your healer. So just like the Prunella Vulgaris or Heal All, it's another picture for us to see in the natural what is true in the spiritual. So the Lord bless you, refresh you, strengthen you, encourage you, lift you up, and remember, he's bigger than the boogeyman. All right. God bless you. Love you. Bye-bye.